How's it? Paul Auger here from Arch.co today. If you had signed up with us for an Exclaimer for Office 365 Cloud Signature account, you would have received an email from us that looks something like this. To activate your trial, please click on the link. Great, so let's fill in our details. And just save a password. Submit. Fill in what department you're in. And what country you're in. And push save. So let's push launch. Great. So at this point, we can either configure the full service, including the back end of Office 365, or we can just try out the signature designer. If you don't want to do the configuration, that's fine. You can do it later, but we're going to start with the configuration. Okay. So there are two parts to Office 365 that you can configure, the server side and the client side. The client side will only put it on the bottom of your signature in Outlook. On the server side, no matter how you send your emails through Office 365, it will get the stamp of the signature applied to it. So if you send it from your iPhone or your Android device or a Mac computer or Windows computer or on the web through Chrome or whatever you do, it will always get a signature. So we must make sure that both of these are ticked. Okay, let's push next. Okay, we're going to push next. So we need to specify the Office 365 domain that we want to use with Exclaimer Cloud right now. So it's going to be the on Microsoft domain. So if you go into your Office 365 and you go to admin, and you go into setup, and it's going to the domains. So this is my on Microsoft domain. This is my normal domain. This is my on Microsoft. So we're going to copy that to here. We're then going to push next. It's now going to ask me to sign in. So I'm going to sign in using the admin account of this Office 365. What permissions would we like to give it? We're going to give it the read the directory data and also to sign in and read the user profile. Great. So we're going to wait now until it finishes the permissions. Great. So the permissions for Azure and Office 365 are now granted. The directory and the domain are there. Exclaimer Cloud. The Outlook Client agent is also there. So let's push next. Great. So now we're going to set up the connector through Office 365. You can do this manually. However, this wizard makes it very, very simple. So you're going to push next, and then a whole lot of PowerShell scripts are going to be run. So let's push next. Great. So now it's going to say, how are we going to run the PowerShell script? So what is your username and password for this? Okay, and the password I'm going to fill in. Okay, so I'm going to fill in the password. Push next. It's now saying, okay, how do you want to send through Office 365? Do you want to send all the messages through the Exclaimer Cloud, or do you only want to send messages from certain users through the Exclaimer Cloud? If you want, you can set up that you can only do certain users in the beginning, and you can change this. You can come back and redo this wizard later so that everyone else can be sent through it. Personally, I'm quite confident in this process, so I normally just do send all messages to the Exclaimer Cloud. Next. So now you see the PowerShell running. Brilliant. Okay, so now the connector's been set up. It's now going to start synchronizing your data. So whatever data you have sitting in your Azure AD will now be pushed from that. No, it'll be pulled from that into Exclaimer. So if you've got your name, your job title, your telephone numbers in Azure AD, it will then be pulled through. So let's push next. This is a test domain, so note there's actually no data that I've got right now, but I will add some data just now and we'll see how it comes through. Fantastic. Okay, so the data has been synchronized, so let's push next. So now we have the ability to create our first signature. Before we do this, I would like to show you what actually just happened in the background so that you actually see what has just been done. So if we go into the Office 365 admin, and we go here to the Exchange Admin Center. Okay, and you go over here to Mail Flow. So there's a couple of things. Firstly, it says there's a rule here. This rule says it's going to identify messages to send to the Exclaimer Cloud. So if the message is received from inside the organization, so whatever your domain is, if it's received from inside that, this qualifies. Do the following. Route the message using the connector named Send to Exclaimer Cloud. So we're going to look just now for a connector over here called Send to Exclaimer Cloud. Except if this message type is called calendaring, so if you send out a calendar invite, it won't do it, or the message size is larger than 26 megs, or it has this in the header. What that means is if that's got that in the header, it means it's already been processed by Exclaimer, which means that it shouldn't add another signature to the bottom. Okay, and we're enforcing that one. So that's the rule. Then let's go to connectors here. So the rule said send, when it's inside the organization, send to Exclaimer Cloud connector. So here's the connector, send to Exclaimer Cloud. So that's what it's doing. It then sends it to Exclaimer's Cloud, which is part of the Azure servers. It then takes your email, it stamps the signature on it, and then it sends it back to your email. So it receives it from Exclaimer Cloud here. And then once it does that, your email has got a signature on, and then you can send it out. Well, then it sends it out automatically. So that's what's happening in the background there. Let's close that. So now we're going to create our first signature. Let's push new signature, either here or there, whichever. Great. So you'll see because it's done the initial synchronization, there's a little bit of information here. There's my name and my cell phone number there, my email address, obviously. So let's pick one of these that we like, and we'll then add this to ours. So let's see what else we'd like in here. Let's do a nice simple one like this one. Great. So what you'll see, even though on the right-hand side here it says my name, in curly brackets it says display name there. There's job title, and job title isn't displayed on the right-hand side here because it actually isn't filled in on my Active Directory under my Office 365 there. So there's got job title, then it's got a space, company name, street, city, telephone, an example. So if we click over here on example, and we go www.osh.co.za, okay, and we close that. When it updates, you'll see that there's an OSH over there. However, I didn't do that properly. Let's go back into that. And let's go here to edit hyperlink. And what you'll notice is that there still says example in there. So let's just edit that. osh.co.za. And let's close that. When it updates, you'll see over here, there's OSH, and in the bottom left corner, I can't move my mouse, otherwise it'll go off. It says what link it's going to. So that is now done. Perfect. So let's update the logo quickly. Let's upload an image. And whatever image you want to upload for yourself. That looks quite nice. And let's put a hyperlink on that one to the website. Great. So meeting customer requirements is a daily job. Okay, and let's say something important here. Whatever you'd like your tagline to be, you can fill that in there. Okay, so I'm just going to save this, and I'm going to call this default signature. Default. Fantastic. So now we've got a basic signature sorted here. I'm going to just edit my, my details on the Azure side so that they come through here. So let's go here again. Let's go back to users, active users. Let's go back into me. And if you go here to manage contact information, you'll see stuff here. So job title, I'm going to call myself Amazing IT Guru. Okay. Okay, so we've got job title, company name. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to just put other stuff in here. So there's my job title, and department, I'm going to say my department is training videos. The department. Cool. Let's take that out and put that on the mobile phone. So that's going to have to change there. And I think that's it. Perfect. So office phone, let's just say 011 123 4567. That's not a real number. Please don't phone that. Or you can, but I'm not going to be there. Okay, fantastic. Close that. Okay, so I'm just going to close this for 2 seconds. And I'm going to push that, settings, data synchronization, and I'm going to say start. Great. So now the synchronization has happened. Please note that if you ever need to do synchronization, you can just go into the setting and push the synchronization button. It does synchronize automatically every single day, so you don't have to do this, but if you do want to refresh it immediately, you can. Now, let's go back into the signature design quickly. Great, so now you see here, there's my name, my job title, my work telephone number, not really, and my email and my website. So let's take some of these other ones. Let's say personal fields here, and let's drop that into there. Let's say we would like not the display name. Let's say we would like our office telephone. Then we'd like our mobile phone. And then we'd like our, what else did we put in? Department. Okay, so let's just clear that for right now. Push OK. So those are there. Let's take this and say go away. Let's take the street, kill that, the city, and kill that. Let's kill that. Okay, and let's kill the telephone because that's going to be in the other one there. So let's exchange this to telephone. Let's change this to telephone. So let's go back into contact fields and drag that there. And let's take one of these out. A single line. Let's say OK. Let's delete that. Let's delete Office. Okay. And let's say cell colon space. And that's that one. So that looks nice on that side. And I think I'm actually going to take away this. Delete. Yep, I think that looks nice. Let's see what else we've got here. Department training videos. So let's say amazing IT guru, and then let's just say just dragging that under there. Let's delete all of this. Obviously you can keep all of these and you can add a whole lot of things in here and you can have them all just done at the same time, but I'm just playing around here. Let's choose departments. There we go. And it's going to be a single line. And let's push OK. Should we make that bold? I think so. There we go. So that's a very simple signature there. I'm going to push save and close this. And let's see if it actually works now. So we've tested, while we've played around, let's see if it actually works. So firstly, we need to enable it. So we're going to say select senders. Who is allowed to use the signature when they send? I'm going to say everyone. Obviously, if you want, you can say specific people like just Paul, or a specific group, or if you want to do advanced queries here, you can say start with no one and then add where department contains the word video. Okay, and this one's called the video department. Okay, and you can push OK, and then that query will happen. But right now I'm just going to say everyone. Fantastic. You can choose what recipients you would like, what signature rules, a date time trigger. You can rename the signature and you can enable disable. All the other ones we're going to go into in future videos, but right now let's just make this work. So enable it under server side. I'm going to say apply. Under client side, we're going to say apply for new messages and for forwards. You can notify the users by using Outlook. And this will say, go and download an agent, and you can send it to all the people in your company, and they will download it and sign in, but we're not going to do that now. Okay, so I'm going to switch off client side for right now and leave it only on server side. And say, okay. Great. So let's see if this works now. Let's go back into our emails and let's say new. So obviously we can't see anything right here. Let's go testing signature. Test. Send. So there you see it coming through. Now, one very important thing that you actually have to do is set up the SPF records. This allows you to make sure that people don't treat your emails that are going through Exclaimer as spam. Okay, so we're going to log into our hosting account. Yeah. So what you'll see if you're on this page, I'll include the link below. The SPF needs to include certain things like Outlook protection, but it also needs to include spf.exclaimer.net. So let's go into here. And if you're on SiteGround or use cPanel, it will be similar. If you use other things, it'll be different. So I already have an SPF record over here. And it says SPF include spfprotection.outlook.com and then a dash and all. So what we need to do is we need to include spf.exclaimer and then put a tilde or these little wavy things and then all. The wavy thing, basically what that means is that it's instead of dash all here, which is that's the only one allowed, the tilde means there's a couple allowed. It's not just it's a soft fail. Okay, so that's what it would look like. Let's push edit. And now Exclaimer should work perfectly. That is a very simple way of doing this. I hope this has helped. There are a couple of other videos we'll do on this, including how to include banners, how to sort of like track your clicks on the links, including social media icons and the following. And see you back here soon. Osh.0 today is an experienced Exclaimer partner. Get in contact with us today for your exclusive 5% discount on all Exclaimer Cloud Signature products. Please also subscribe for more tutorials coming soon.